There have been a lot of popular ideas recently associated with so-called red pill. When it comes to male-female relationships, a very common idea is that all women are very similar, that all women are hypergamous and will always be looking to move up a level, so to speak. The opposite of that idea is that it is possible to create a mutually beneficial, lifelong monogamous relationship. This view, sometimes called the blue pill, has the idea that not all women are like that. This idea is commonly referred to as NAWALT, as it is a very common point of contention between red pillars and blue pillars. There was an anthropologist once named Brown who wanted to find a set of what he called human universals. He wanted to find a set of basic human traits that were shared by all cultures, regardless of how primitive or how advanced they were. This is kind of similar to Noam Chomsky's idea of universal grammar. Chomsky suggested that all languages on planet Earth are actually the same language, just different dialects. Humans are obviously part of the same species. We have the same instinctive needs. Instinctive needs for food, sex, companionship, social acceptance, and validation. You could say that the deeper you go, the more similar we are, whereas the higher up you go towards the surface, the more different we are. We all need to eat, for example, but we all have our own unique collection of favorite foods. We all have a deep instinctive need to create sexual and emotionally compatible relationships, but we all have a slightly different idea of our ideal relationship partner. Socrates was famous for being able to disprove anything that anybody believed. This, of course, got him killed and is not a recommended party skill. Marcus Aurelius, the famous orator and Roman emperor, famously said that everything is opinion. One idea is that the things that we believe are true are not based on the content of the actual belief, but rather what that belief will do for us. A very common meta-belief structure is the deeper instinctive ideas associated with any belief. For example, a belief will be much easier to believe if it has social proof. A belief will be much easier to believe if it is validated by a recognized authority figure. A belief will be enhanced by commitment and consistency, a verified Cialdini law of persuasion. Further, beliefs can be strengthened by an in-group, out-group comparison. You can find these four elements: social proof, authority, commitment and consistency, and us versus them, in some of the craziest beliefs ever, which from a purely objective standpoint, it would make it seem like the most important variables that describe how strongly our brains connect to a certain belief has actually nothing to do with the belief itself. For example, Nazi Germany, the Rwandan genocide, the Armenian genocide, plenty of suicide cults all share these same four instinctive triggers: social proof, authority, commitment and consistency, and us versus them. One theory is a good definition for any human culture is how we decide to express our deeper instincts. From the food, the various customs, even the religion. Brown did find plenty of similarities between different peoples. Everybody is afraid of snakes. Women tend to run families, men tend to run cities and larger governments. Adults tend to alter their speech when speaking to young children. There seems to be a universal baby talk that we all use. We all have what Brown called magical beliefs in a world beyond that we can see. This forms the basis of mythology, religion, and superstitions. You could call this the God instinct. I suppose that if finding a lifelong monogamous relationship partner is important to you, you'll find somebody that also believes it's possible and important to find a lifelong monogamous relationship partner. And if you believe that all women will eventually leave you for somebody better, that's probably what you'll find as well. I guess that's the good thing about confirmation bias. Confirmation bias doesn't really care what you believe. It only has the job of helping you find evidence. Luckily, since beliefs don't seem to be based on truth or logic, this means that you can decide to believe whatever you want. So why not build some beliefs that will help you get what you want?